The first time I really became familiar with Callas Rennsport was the day that Tony and his wife came through, just right here at Scrock, right on career day. And I thought it was, amazing me meeting this guy. He might have been a crew chief at Le Mans, all this, but he had this shop where he restored Porsches and worked on BMWs. I mean, it just sounded awesome, but I never really thought I would really see him after that. Then as luck would have it, a week or two later when I was out job hunting, I stumbled upon the strip of shops where his was located. And when we met each other, we realized, that we'd known each other from this previous encounter at Scrock, and we were all, it was this extra connection we had, and of course there were other things that went into the job application, but just part of that first step, getting your foot in the door, we already felt like we knew each other a little bit, and it's basically part of what helped me get my job. Now, the job itself, of course, was an absolute dream for someone like me, just being surrounded by, Porsche 930 Widowmaker or Carrera GTs up on the lift, or 959s. I've never even seen one of those in real life before. All kinds of GT3s from the 996 up. I mean, all kinds of BMWs, all the M3s, the M4s later on. It was just absolutely awesome. It was like, as the saying goes, it was like being a kid in a candy shop. Now, I think Callas was really valuable in that it gave me a glimpse of the business of owning your own shop. It was kind of the financial aspect of it. I could kind of get a feel for what it kind of takes, what kind of mentality you need to be a shop owner, and just all that kind of thing that goes into being a business owner. And I thought that was really valuable to me, just kind of see that firsthand. Of course, also I got a good glimpse of the mechanics of the shop, all the work that they did. You kind of got to see what their day-to-day life is like, what kind of training that they need. You just got to see kind of how their rhythm goes and how much work you really have to do as a mechanic. And I also really understood the value of ASE certification, especially at a place like Callas Rennsport. I also got a pretty good glimpse just into the industry overall, just the automotive, just how warehouses and parts managers and just how everyone kind of interacts with each other. I learned the best way to ship parts to different places. You learn just kind of the interaction between the different levels of management throughout all kinds of institutions, down to the Porsche fans themselves, the customers that would come in. So that was really interesting to kind of see how that whole machine kind of interlocked and worked. Now, as great as the cars were, I think my favorite part about Callas Rennsport were the people there. They were all incredibly genuine and welcoming to me, from the day I arrived to the day that I left. I mean, they just are always so accommodating, and as cheesy as it might sound, we really were a family. I mean, they treated me so well. I had always the most flexible hours that I needed. They would always accommodate my kind of, nuts high school schedule. Tony and the mechanics were always willing to share their knowledge, which was always fantastic. I mean, if you ask questions, they will answer, and you can gain so much from being surrounded by these experts. I think the most amazing thing for me, though, was just that I never felt unvalued. There was, as a shop hand, maybe the most work I actually did on a car was maybe changing battery or swapping wheels, but I never felt like they didn't need me. They always had things for me to do, and they were always excited to see me, and because of that, I was always excited to go to work at Callas. And so Callas Rennsport is a wonderful place to work, and it's a wonderful place to be.